Hello everyone, my name is Jackie Hutchison. Welcome to Yoga in the Museum of Art. I hope you all are well. We are going to do some check-in and then some standing as well as seated movements just to keep ourselves limber, and then we'll finish with some quiet sitting. So let's start in a comfortable seated position. If you have the luxury of sitting against a wall or against a couch, not in a couch, but on the floor with the couch, the part that would normally be by your shin, that you have your back against that, you could give yourself some support. That's okay. Allow yourself to sit upright. And then go ahead and gently close your eyes. And notice what you are first and most immediately aware of. Is it a sensation in your physical body? Is it an emotion that you've brought with you, momentum from earlier in the day? Is it pain, discomfort? Maybe it's just a mental story you've been telling yourself, a pattern you've been in. See if you can, in an instant, let go of any mental chatter. See if you can let go of physical tension. See if you can be with what remains. Even if what remains might be described as discomfort. Just for now, can you allow it to be there without moving away, without judging, without categorizing? Just allow whatever is to be. You might bring your awareness to your breath, breathing in, breathing out. See if you can pay special attention to the turnaround points. At the top of the inhale, where the breath falls into an exhale, and maybe the bottom of that exhale before the breath lifts into an inhale. Those sometimes pauses can be moments of increased awareness, or they can be moments where we are more easily distracted. See if you can just drape your awareness on your breath. And now let's gently bring our ourselves back. You are welcome to move and adjust. And in fact, we're going to come to standing next. So make your way up. If you're wearing socks, you might take those off just because we're going to have our feet pretty wide. And especially if you're on a wood floor, it might be too slippery. So we're going to stand in a straddle position. So feet wide, toes point straight ahead. And then we're going to rotate our toes out maybe 30 to 45 degrees. And we're just going to take a big breath in with our arms. So sweep the arms out and up and look up. And as you exhale, we're going to bend the knees and stick the butt back. So we're sort of coming into a little bit of a squat here. Knees track toward the toes. Inhale, reach the arms back up toward the sky. Look up toward the sky. Exhale, maybe making fists with the hands and pulling the arms down to the sides as you come into a squat. Butt goes back. Inhale, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, making fists, pulling the arms out to the sides, dropping the hips back. One more time. Inhale reaches us up. And then exhale, nice. Coming into a squat here. Good. And then walk your toes back so that they are facing forward and come into a forward stretch. So toes, feet are parallel. Knees are relatively straight. You can have your knees bent if you need to. We're just in a wide-legged forward fold or a straddle stretch from standing. And from here, just see if you can sort of drape yourself forward. So go ahead and just release the back of your head. Remembering you can bend your knees as much as you need to for support of your lower back or your hamstrings. Allow your fingertips to rest on the floor. And then we're going to lunge left to right. So our feet are still wide. We're still in our straddle. We're going to bend the right knee, straighten the left knee. Allow the weight to shift over to the right. Come back up through center. And then bending the left knee, straighten the right knee, shift over to the left. We're going to inhale back up. Exhale, lunge, stretch over to the right. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, over to the left. Nice. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, up to center. Last one. Exhale, over to the left. Good. We're going to inhale back up to center. And this time we're going to go over to the right and we're going to hold this stretch. So fingertips are on the ground. If your fingertips don't touch the ground, you could have your hands on a chair in front of you or the couch in front of you or a wall, whatever you need to for support. So our right knee is bent, left leg is straight. We're stretching that left inner thigh. You might play with picking your left toes up. So now left heel is down. Just nice and easy here. Good. Place that left foot flat. We're going to shift through center and bending the left knee, straighten the right knee. We're over on the left side. So now we're stretching the inner right thigh. Again, you might pick up your right toes here, leaving the heel grounded. If that's too much stretch, no problem. Just return your foot to flat. Just nice and easy. Good. All right. Back to center. So extending both knees. And let's go ahead and sit flat on the floor. So we're going to sit on our bum. Extend the legs long out in front of you. You might bounce your knees, bounce, 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 one knee, the other knee, down onto the mat or the floor. If you are blessed with tightness in the backs of your thighs, you might sit on the edge of a yoga mat or maybe grab a pillow or blanket just so that your sit bones are on the edge of it, just so you can tilt or rock your pelvis forward a little bit here. Okay, so we're going to bend the right knee and bring it up toward the chest. Interlace the hands over the right shin and pull that right knee close. It's okay to lift the foot off the mat and lift the sternum high. So just really feel tall here. Now we're going to pick up that right foot, place it over the top of the left thigh and set it down. So from here, you can either continue to interlace hands over that right thigh and pull the right thigh towards your chest as you gently turn to the right, or you can take your left elbow over the top of that right knee and use it sort of as a fulcrum to help you to twist to the right. Just stay mindful with whatever version you do here. Just stay present for it. Take a few nice deep breaths. And then untwist yourself. So we're back to facing toward our left toes. We're going to extend that right leg long. We're going to bend the left knee. Interlace the hands over the left shin. Again, pulling the left knee up toward the chest, lifting the chest up away from the left knee, just nice and tall and proud here. And then take that left foot, place it on the outside of the right hip. And again, you can either reach around with the right armpit and really grab hold of that left knee and pull it in tight as you twist to the left, or you can take that right arm and move it to the outside of the left knee as you twist to the left. Just nice and easy twisting here. Be sure your spine is long and tall and that you're breathing, shoulders away from the ears. Nice. And then go ahead and come on back to center so you're facing forward toward your right foot. And then we're going to place both feet flat. So now we're sitting upright, legs extended. You might bounce your knees left to right here a little bit. And then bend one knee and the other. Place your feet flat on the floor. Roll down onto your back. Extend your arms out from your shoulders, palms face down. We're going to pick up the knees so that the thighs are perpendicular to the floor and the knees are at a right angle. So you might think about your hips at 90 degrees, your knees at 90 degrees, pull your toes back toward your shins, your ankles are at 90 degrees. Press your palms down into the mat. Inhale here. As you exhale, allow both knees to gently move over to the right just before your right knee touches the mat. Inhale, lift both knees back up through center. Exhale, both knees move over to the left. Just before that left knee touches, we're going to inhale, draw the belly in, bring knees up to center. Exhale, both knees over to the right, just before the right knee touches, pressing into the palms. Inhale, lift the knees up through center. Exhale, both knees over to the left. Beautiful. Here we go. Just before it touches, inhale, pressing into the palms, lift the knees up. One more time each side. Exhale, both knees move over to the right. Inhale, lifting the belly, pressing into the palms to lift the knees up. Exhale, both knees over to the left, just before they touch. Inhale, coming up to center. Excellent. Release the hands, draw the knees in toward the chest. Just rock a little bit left to right here. Nice. And if you can, you might start a rock the length of your spine. So we sometimes call this rock and roll. So from the back of your neck all the way to your tailbone, just rocking front to back. If you don't have a yoga mat and you're on a wood floor, you might not do that because that might be a little hard on your back. But however, here we go. We're going to make our way up to sitting. And then we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So if you have a blanket or something to be a little bit more gentle under your knees, you might do that. Okay, as long as we're here in tabletop, let's go ahead and do a few cat-cows. As we inhale, the pelvis spills forward, retraction the heels of the hands toward the knees, pulling the sternum toward the wall in front of us. As we exhale, press into the palms strongly, chin toward the chest, shoulder blades move wide, round, and lift the lower back. Inhale, pelvis spills forward, belly softens, shoulder blades move down and together. Exhale, draw the belly in strongly, tailbone tucks under, chin to chest. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. Nice. Inhale back to a neutral tabletop position. And as you inhale, step the right foot inside your right hand. So the left foot, the top of the left foot still on the floor behind you. If your right heel isn't all the way on the mat or on the floor, then you want to pull your right foot forward so the right knee is above the right ankle. We're just going to be in this little bit of lunge here. And what I want you to do from your lunge, so the pelvis is sinking here, the awareness comes into the front of the left hip, is from this position, I want you to turn toward your right knee as if you were going to twist to your right. Just check in with that sensation. Okay, and then come facing forward again. Fingertips grounded, maybe tented fingertips. We're going to lift the hips up and we're going to come into a hamstring stretch for the right side. So our hips are going to go over our left heel. We're going to keep the right foot where it is, extend the right knee. So hips drop back toward the left heel. We're stretching the right hamstring here. It's okay if that right leg isn't all the way straight. It doesn't need to be. Just a nice, easy stretch through the front leg. And then we're gently going to come back forward into our lunge and find your tabletop position. So bringing that right knee back. So now here we are in tabletop again. Let's go ahead and do a few cat-cows. Inhale, pulls the sternum forward toward the wall in front of you. Exhale, find that hollowing cat position. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. Feel the shoulder blades coming together on the back, and exhale, feel your body fill the space between the shoulder blades, and the shoulder blades go wide. Inhale back to a neutral tabletop position. Step the left foot inside the left hand. The right foot is just where it is. We're going to press the top of the right foot down behind us. If your left heel is lifted, you want to take your left hand and scoot that left foot forward. We want the left foot flat, left knee above the left ankle. We're sinking through the pelvis. Awareness comes into the front of the right hip. Soften through your shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you did a little bit of this twist, so you might just gently look over your left shoulder here, allowing the hips just to drop a little bit to the right. Just notice how that feels on that hip. And then coming back up to our stretch position. We're going to ground the palms, and we're going to shift our hips back over our right heel, straightening the left knee. So you're going to pick up the left toes, so you're balancing on that left heel. Left knee might be straight, maybe not, doesn't matter. The intent is to stretch the back of the left thigh here. Maybe you get yourself close to a chair or a couch for some support, just stretching through the hamstrings a little bit. Nice. Okay, then go ahead and come on back forward. Find your tabletop position. So this is palms grounded under shoulders, hips above knees. Let's curl our toes under here. Press into the palms. Elbows are straight. We're going to hover the knees. So just lift the knees a little bit. Feel the core engage. The neck is in a neutral position. If this is really challenging on your wrists, you can shift your hips back toward your heels enough to relieve some of the tension through your wrists. But if your wrists are okay where they are, just stay in that hover position. Take one more breath in, and then we're all gonna, with elbows still straight, shift our hips toward our heels. So we're sort of in a crouched position. Find downward facing dog arms here. So biceps are alongside the ears, but the knees are still bent. We're in that crouched position. From here, keeping biceps alongside the ears, gently work to extend the knees and release the heels toward the mat. Remembering, you never need to get there. It's a journey. We are just here for the joy of moving in our physical bodies. We're here in selfless service of this body that we get to move around in this lifetime. So you might now shift your gaze back to between your big toes, so relaxing the back of the neck. You can pedal the feet. Here we are in downward facing dog. Just nice and easy position. And then from here, come forward to plank. So you might have to walk your feet, your hands forward, or maybe your feet back, so you're in a plank position. Elbows are straight. We're pressing the ground away. Fill the space between the shoulder blades. Don't get lazy through your shoulders here. Keep pressing the ground away. From here, lift the belly to push back to downward facing dog, but don't move your feet or your hands. So for me, this is not the most comfortable down dog. This is too long for me. For some of you, you're going to think, oh, this is how I always do down dog. So that's cool. So here we are back in down dog. We're going to inhale, come back to plank. Find a strong, powerful plank pose. Your gaze is between your thumbs on a space on the floor or the mat between your hands. Elbows are powerfully straight. We're pressing the ground away. We're lifting the space between the shoulder blades here. The neck is long and strong. On an inhale, lift the lower belly, press into the palms to pike the hips, come back into downward facing dog without moving the hands or the feet. So down dog becomes our rest position here, right? Nice. Okay, you're doing great. We're going to do it again. On an inhale, come forward to plank. Pressing the ground away, filling the space between the shoulder blades. We're lift the back of the skull just a little bit. So don't let your head hang. You're in neutral here with your neck. It's an extension of your spine. One more breath in and out. And on this next inhale, lift the lower belly to lift and pike the hips back. Press the ground away strongly with your strong, powerful shoulders. Find downward facing dog. Allow your gaze as you find down dog to move from between the palms to back maybe between your knees or between your feet. We're going to do one more of these. Inhale, come forward to plank. Feel strong and powerful here. Our bones, our skeleton regenerate once every 10 years. We get new bones, totally. Right here, what we are sending the message to our bones, to this body we live in, the skeleton we walk around with, we are choosing strength. Strong here, pressing the ground away. Nice. Lift the back of the head. One more inhale and exhale. On this next inhale, once again, lift the belly to lift the hips back. Press the ground away with the palms. Come back into downward facing dog. Nice. We're going to come into our plank and then lower onto your belly here. All the way down onto your belly. You can rest for just a second in Advasana, which is our relaxation pose on the belly. I really like this position. So legs are outstretched behind us. Arms are alongside the body with the palms face up. So that's thumbs pointing toward your thighs. Turn so that your left cheekbone is on the mat or on the floor. And just pause here. If you have stiffness in your neck, see if you can breathe in and out and relax more fully through your neck. Feel the rise and fall of the back of your ribs as your chest is stabilized on the floor. And on an inhale, pick your head up. We're going to turn, look over to your left, right cheekbone on the floor. Soften your shoulders. Melt and round your shoulders here. Just let go through your shoulders. Soften the belly. Tune into the sensations of your breathing on your back body. Soft jaw. Nice. From here, lifting the head, we're going to place the palms under the shoulders and keep your pelvis where it is. Actually, let's do some with strengthening here. We're going to do some low cobra. So palms are grounded under the shoulders, elbows alongside the body. Don't let them flap out to the sides. And on an inhale, press into the tops of the feet. Use the strength of the back body only to peel the chest up. You might hover your palms here. Gaze is maybe down just at the front of your mat, so we're not cranking our neck. And then exhale, slowly roll down. On an inhale, again, use the strength of the back body, press into the tops of the feet, peel your chest up. The neck is long. Tuck your chin just a little bit here. Breathe in and out. We're going to exhale slowly. Don't just let go and drop, but roll, release slowly down. Nice. On the next inhale, peel the chest up. Come on back up. We got two more. This one and one more here. Release your shoulder blades down your back. Notice how much engagement you have of your glutes. Can you soften and relax any clenching of your glutes? As we exhale, we're slowly gonna roll and release down. Last one. Inhale, press into the tops of the feet. Nice. Strengthening this back body. So important to keep our back strong and healthy. Nice. You're doing great. And as you exhale, slowly releasing down, palms still under the shoulders, press yourself up to tabletop, walk your knees wide, sink your hips over your heels, come into child's pose. Maybe you rest your forehead on the mat. Maybe you can't do that today, no problem. Once again, take a few deep, full breaths here into your back body, offering some appreciation to your physical body. And then with palms still under shoulders, we're going to press ourselves up to seated. And let's go ahead and sit. Find a comfortable position, maybe where we started the class from. You might once again sit up against a wall or a couch, but not in a couch. So we want a tall spine. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. And just settle in. In an instant, become aware of what's right there for you. Is it a sensation of pain in your physical body? Is it an emotion or a feeling? Is it a story? A familiar story that you've been telling yourself? Just notice the habit of your mind. Not for the purpose of criticism or judgment, but just to notice. Wow, that's curious. I tend to drop back into this habit. See if you can relax through your physical body. Bringing your awareness to your breath. And we'll spend 1 minute here. And I encourage you, if you have a meditative practice or a mantra, certainly you can do whatever practices you're familiar with. If you don't, I encourage you to exquisitely stay with the sensations of your breath, as if you've never noticed your breathing before, as if you'd never been aware of the expression of it in your physical body. We'll begin now. The mind has been captured by thought. Simply return to the task of tracing your breath. With your eyes still closed, gently bring a smile to your eyes and a gentle but real smile to your lips. Place one hand on your chest or sternum, one hand across your belly. Breathe in Just in your mind, finish this sentence for yourself. I am so joyously grateful for. Just notice what comes up automatically for you about your physical body. I am so joyously grateful for. Nice. I am grateful for all of you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy.